One rider to watch here, Kim Major from New Zealand, now lives permanently in the Gold Coast, having had a successful career at Newcastle in the league. He's against Simon Cross from England, Chris McGee, Andy Riley, Timothy Hunter, Shane Madden, Dean Veach and Gary Allen in the 7th heats.
So Gary Allen replacing Neil Ashman in your program.
Number 74 in front.
Followed by number 20, the rider that I was talking about, Simon Cross. Keep your eye on him. He's running second. Gary Allen in front. Like number 74, Gary Allen, followed by number 20, Simon Cross. 31, Timothy Hunter in the 3rd spot. 4th spot is Kim Major. Number 26, Kim Major running in the 4th spot. One rider over in turn number 3 up against the crash wall. Kim Major moves into the 3rd position. Checker flag out. Gary Allen will win it. Simon Cross is 2nd. Kim Major hangs on for 3rd.
Well, what a jump for Gary Allen, getting right out of the blocks and holding on to it for 3.5 laps, cruising a little on the last. He beat Simon Cross, the Englishman, and in 3rd place, Kim Major getting up there inside Timothy Hunter. Number 5 may be the one to look for here, the Swede Stefan Dano, number 5. He's in with Phil Crump, Kelvin Tatum, the Englishman, Lee Adams on 8, Haddock, Millick, Gunn and Briggs.
Fourth turn number 1 as they shift it in the high gear. Stefan Dano, Tony Briggs and Calvin Tatum. Stefan Dano in front, Calvin Tatum moves into 2nd, Tony Briggs is 3rd. Onto the back straightaway. Briggs has got a challenger on the outside. Stefan Dano and Calvin Tatum 1 and 2. Briggs looks to be battling with Bo Haddock, the Czechoslovakian rider. Bringing him across start finish line. And Calvin Tatum climbing all over the back of Stefan Dano. Sweden and England going at it 1 and 2. Bo Haddock, the Czechoslovakian rider, 3rd. Calvin Tatum going to try and get a run onto the front straightaway. Left stop flag, looking at the Swede. Dano, Tatum, Haddock, 41, Briggs, 4th. And Haddock has a problem around turn 1. Bo Haddock is out of it. That'll move Tony Briggs, the New Zealand rider, into 3rd. What a tough break for the Checo rider. Bo Haddock, the motor coming up late out of turn 1. Checker flag get a wave. Calvin Tatum trying to get a run on Stefan Dano. Not gonna happen. Stefan Dano wins. Calvin Tatum 2nd.
Well, Stefan Dano certainly had his work cut out there. Kelvin Tatum on bike number 4, giving it everything to try and get up inside him and to get by. But Stefan Dano holds him out. Kelvin Tatum 2nd, and Tony Briggs of New Zealand coming in 3rd. On a big roll in the championship, New Zealand's Mitch Shearer, number 15 there, has won 2 of the 3 meetings already. He's won 1 race tonight, and he's in hot form. 14 there, Vince Kitchen. Another of the English contingent here, very strong at the moment, English Speedway. The Longtrack guys doing well in international competition. But watch Shearer, number 15. See if he can get the jump. And Mike Perea, number 16.
As they scream down the front straightaway. And it's Perea, the U.S. rider in front. Looks like Chris Watson running in the second spot. Faria, they have a problem. Faria slow going into turn number 3, and he's already back to third. Mitch Shearer brings him out of turn number 4, the Flying Kiwi. Chris Watson running second, playing by Faria, trying to come back. I don't know whether Faria had a problem with the machine on the back straightaway, but he fell back quickly to third. So we'll keep an eye on Faria running in the third spot. We believe Mike Faria is on Simon Cross's machine. Last lap flag out. Mitch Shearer in front. Christopher Watson running second. Steve Lucero from the U.S. moves to third, as Mike Faria makes his way back to the pit area off the racetrack. So Faria is out of it. Checkered flag and a wave right now on the front straightaway for Mitch Shearer. Chris Watson hangs on for second, Steve Lucero third.
Just as simple as that. 2 out of 2 for Kiwi Mitch Shearer. Superbly ridden race. He rode wide lines. He held that lead right from the outset, getting the jump and getting a huge round of applause from the crowd. Chris Watson second and Steve Lucero from the United States in third place.
Simon Wigg, as the 3-times world champion at Longtrack, is the man picked by most of the experts and his fellow riders to win here. He's very spectacular, loves big wheelies, and almost cocky in his self-belief. And he really loves this Addington track in its unusual shape.
Very often you find on tracks this big it is quite difficult to overtake, but something like this with a bit of a strange shape to it, you know, you can use your head a bit, and you know, if someone's in front of you and they're trying different lines, you can do a lot more with the track. So for riders like myself, it's far more exciting and interesting than just a round oval, you know.
You don't need any build-up in terms of your accomplishments in terms of long track, but we've got a bit of a local hero here who's on a bit of a roll with this series.
Yeah, Mitch Shearer's on a bit of a run here. He's won the first 2 in Australia, and he is riding extremely well, and you know, and full marks to Mitch for the way he's riding. But you know, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to win here tonight.
Simon Wigg, the Englishman, 3-times world long track champion, but he's got some stiff opposition here. Alice Trimmel, Thomas Deere, Per Jensen, Rob Fortune, Bobby Henton, Jackie Major and Warren Madden.
Two runners come together. Deere and Trimmel collided going into turn 1. But bringing him off turn 2 is the 3-time world champion from England, Simon Wigg. Alice Trimmel from Czechoslovakia is second, followed by number 6, Thomas Deere. Thomas Deere, the East German rider, running the third spot. Wiggy looking over his left shoulder. You see Alice Trimmel, Thomas Deere third. Fourth is number 7, Pierre Jensen, the Danish rider. And Alice Trimmel has a problem with the machine as he quickly moves back in the field. Trimmel slowing on the racetrack. And Simon Wigg brings the front end up. Look at this wheelie! 90 miles an hour on the back wheel, and Simon Wigg is the winner here in event number 10.
Well, just another indication of how much in control this 3-times world champion Simon Wigg is. He had 2 attempts to bring up the back wheel. He almost fell over the back, but controlled it on the gas. Look at that, all the way up the front straight. Simon Wigg winning easily from Thomas Deere and Rob Fortune in third place, after Alice Trimmel went out on lap 2.
And after 2 rounds, just 2 riders with a perfect record. The Englishman Simon Wigg, who was the outright favourite, and his challenger Mitch Shearer, the Kiwi. Stefan Dunno and Chris Watson on 37 each. Ivan Major has wanted to race on this beautifully maintained and prepared Addington track since he was a kid. You can see why. At first glance, it looks like an oval. A closer look shows it's almost triangular, with every turn a different shape on entry and exit. That may not matter in a sulky, but at 150 k's on a bike, things look different. A good horse will take around 1:27 for a lap in competition. These speedway bikes will be lapping at about 1/3 of that time. Expect lap times of around 30 seconds.
Good line-up here. Calvin Tatum, Thomas Deere, Borrow, Hedek, Mike Faria has not appeared on the track after an earlier problem. Chris Martin, Tony Briggs, Neil Ashman, Grant Myers.
Tapes are up, no way, headed towards turn number 1. Gary Allen is second, but Thomas Deere all over Allen for second. Thomas Deere running in the third spot, the East German rider. On to the back straightaway. Calvin Tatum, the English rider, in front. Gary Allen from New Zealand running in the second spot. Gary Allen trying to get a run on Calvin Tatum. Watch it into turn 1, side by side. Calvin Marvel going into turn 1, and Gary Allen goes in front. Gary Allen, New Zealand rider, in front. Calvin Tatum second, Thomas Deere third. Bo Haddock from the Czechoslovakia running in the 4th spot. Keep an eye on that race as he tries to close down